Hello VC, long time no see. It's been about a year. Life goes on. For those of you who kind of don't follow me on Facebook or I haven't been Zooming with recently, over the last year I've been suffering with a prolapsed disc in my neck, which has required taking of many painkillers. Obviously with the current COVID situation, surgery has been put back. I was on a drug called amitriptyline for about a year, up until about 2 weeks ago. Amitriptyline, for those of you who don't know, is used to knock out old deers when they're not feeling too good. So I've been living under a bit of a fog for about a year. I recently changed to a new set of painkillers, gabapentin, and feel way more alive. So I thought, well, I've got that feeling. Why not actually do something with the VC? I have actually been keeping in touch with a number of the UK guys. We met up back end of February, beginning of March, around about that time. So it wasn't long before it sort of closed down. And went to Bristol and went to a record for the show there. And it's the finds from that show I'm actually going to be showing today. So we've also been keeping, the UK guys have been keeping in touch via a couple of Zoom meetings. The last one was on Monday, today being the 13th of June, just so people can tell, so 13th of June 2020. So if I'm delayed in putting this up, I've got no excuse. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, been keeping up together, and one of the running jokes is I've not played any vinyl and any CDs for, well, since last year. I have been listening to stuff on Spotify at work, but in the house, my mental state on the drugs has just been such that my concentration levels have been so low, I've just not bothered. So behind me on the record player, this is ceremonial for those guys in the UK VC who've been with me on Zoom. I'm just going to do something. Yeah. This is the ceremonial removal of Rory Gallagher from the turntable. There we go. Rory's been on there now for, like I say, since last year sometime. I meant to check my phone before I started this, just to see what date it actually was. What I might do is just stick it in the info bit down below. There you go, Rory. So, as part of the Zoom meetings, what we've been doing is doing a bit of a sort of show and tell kind of thing. And again, one of the other running jokes is that I keep showing the bag of the swag that I got from Bristol, still unopened, still unplayed, haven't looked at it since we got back. So let's show it, shall we? There's several other bags down there that I'll probably do other videos for as well. But anyway, here is the bag of goodies from Bristol. Good old pop records from Sunderland. Let's have a dig in and see what we can find. I can't actually remember what I bought. There's a couple of things that I do recall. So let's start with whatever was in this bag. You know when I said there was other bags? Yeah. Here we go. This is more like it. This is the Bristol bag. I should have known. Anyway, like I said, I can't remember what's in here. So it will just be a case of pulling stuff out and seeing what we've got. Oh, this is exciting, isn't it? And the fair was actually huge. It was held in the now very poorly named Colston Hall in Bristol, over several levels. And there was a real mixture of sellers at the fair, from guys who were selling new old stock, to the old sort of jazz heads, to quite a bit of reggae and stuff like that. But anyway, this is kind of what I picked up. Seems to be a mixed bag in this lot as well. So anyway, Macaulay Schenker Group. This was the first Macaulay Schenker Group album. Get rid of the glare. No, I haven't. There you go. Anyway, save yourself. Rob Macaulay was the vocalist for a Scottish band called Grand Prix, who brought out a couple of really good albums. 3, I think, in total. And obviously the ubiquitous Mr. Michael Schenker from UFO, Scorpions, and previous incarnations of MSG. It's a great album, actually. It's sort of very much a hair metal-y type thing. Schenker's distinctive guitar playing. And Rob Macaulay's got a great voice. Well worth a listen if you like that sort of 80s hair metal with a European tilt to it. Very good. And then we come on to some stuff that obviously was from one of the new old sellers, and Neil Finn's Out of Silence. I can't remember how much I paid for all these. I know the label on that one says 12 quid, but I don't think I paid more than a tenner for anything. So I probably got that a lot cheaper as part of a bundle. But anyway, Neil Finn, he of Crowded House and Split Enz fame. These are obviously all still sealed. And then Styx, Caught in the Act. This is a live double album recorded around about the time, well, I think it was recorded on the Mr. Roboto to Kilroy Was Here, for whatever, Kilroy album. And when Jill and I first went to the States back in the early 90s, we went to Florida because I'd been kind of tentatively offered a job over there. So I wanted to go out and just have a look, see what the crack was like. We had friends who were working over there, so we stayed with them, hired a car. The first day we bought 2 tapes from the local mall to play while we were driving around, one of which was Queen's Greatest Hits and the other was Caught in the Act by Styx. So it'll be interesting hearing that again. But it's very much a sort of greatest hits album of that period. And then this was my final buy of the day. And it was kind of inspired by my purchase of Shirley Bassey from the Birmingham meetup that we had. And this is Sarah Vaughan live in Copenhagen. Wonderful, wonderful Copenhagen. It looked that sort of slightly bassy female jazz vocals thing. So I thought I'd give that a go. Again, obviously I've never listened to any of this, so Can't tell you what it's like, but maybe we'll do an update video later on. What else have we got? Aha. Speaking of steaks, Equinox. What's the big hit off here? I suppose Lorelei and Sweet Madam Blue are probably the two most well-known tracks off there, but a bit of sticks. Bit of Split Ends, True Colours. What would we got on here? Well, obviously the ubiquitous I Got You is probably the most well-known track off that. And I know for a fact there's a couple of more Split Ends albums in the pile. This is the album I bought from the two Jazzos who were selling stuff. And as you can see, started off at 20 quid, got down to 6 quid, and I think I offered them a £5 and they took it. But a bit of Milt Jackson in London. Milt Jackson's Vibes player, really good. I've got several of his CDs, but I've got nothing on vinyl. So thought that would be quite nice. And then we're getting towards the end here now. Let's see a bit of reading material that I have. Right. I don't know why I bought this. It's not an era of Gary Moore I'm particularly fond of, but I probably didn't pay that much for it, and thought I'd give it another try. It's got Over the Hills and Far Away. I loved Gary Moore. Corridors of Power is one of my favourite albums of that era. Never quite got the sort of Celtic-y, when he was going back to that sort of Black Rose feeling. But perhaps I wanted to give it another listen. Yeah, I'll not have paid a lot for it because the gatefold has obviously had a bit of water damage and it's ripped on the base there. Did I check the vinyl? There you go, let's have a look. Yeah, the vinyl's quite minty, so that's alright. That may very well be something that gets passed on to somebody else if I don't like it. And then this must, sorry, I can't remember, but I'm assuming this is some VCLT I got from Martin Parrott, because it looks decidedly Finnish, or at least I'm assuming it's Finnish. So right up sort of Martin Street. If it was somebody else, I do apologise. I'm just making a guess here. Like I say, my memory hasn't been brilliant. So as to the exact things that we did, I don't recall. There you go. I'm sure that's, yeah. It's the Folk Music Institute of Finland, 1989. So I assume very much that it was Martin Parrott who passed that one on. Anyway, that was the haul from Bristol. It was another great get up and meet together, regardless of what we bought, and everyone kind of went their own way and bought bits and pieces. But it was always good just to catch up with people and chew the fat about records, have a few beers. This time, because it was Bristol, it's a little bit far away from Newcastle. So I'm saying we because Jill came down with me. We flew down and made a little bit of a long weekend of it, which was really quite nice. Getting back was a bit of a nightmare. It was during one of the storms that we'd had in the UK at the beginning of the year. Flight was delayed by about 7 hours, but we did get away despite flights all around us getting cancelled. Ours managed to sort of hold on in there, and we did make it back to Newcastle eventually. So, yeah, there you go. Bristol trip. As you've seen through my cock-up early on, there are other bags of stuff to go through. So I might very well just stop this one and then continue on and do another one. Who knows? If I remember exactly how to put all this stuff onto YouTube, hopefully you'll see this either today or tomorrow. I gave you the date earlier, so you'll have a bit of a clue. Nice seeing you all, and keep rocking. I don't know why I said that.